Well, that is the big question. Now, Trump has used many different tactics. He has shut down the government. He's declared a national emergency. He's sent troops to the borders. He just said a few minutes ago he'll send more. He also said that these laws have to change, and he blamed it on the Democrats, saying they were old-fashioned. He used a lot of descriptive words to sort of demonize the Democrats as being behind this, which isn't necessarily true in terms of immigration policy. Now, the way he could carry this out is let me be clear what sanctuary cities are, so-called sanctuary cities. These are cities that the mayor or the local government or the state decides that low-level threats of illegal immigrants who are trying to seek asylum don't need to be immediately deported, that often that they seek sanctuary in churches or a place where they can stay safely, and while they try to put their application in for asylum. Many of these migrants are coming from fleeing incredible violence in Central American countries like Honduras. So Trump is trying to say, well, you know, these sanctuary cities, he said several times just a few minutes ago, they seem to welcome migrants with open arms, illegal immigrants with open arms. It was a bit of a sneer. It's definitely something that has been put into the Washington Post that he would use punitively against his political opponents, like the governor of California. In California, he just mentioned again, okay, you know, well, why don't we send all these people to cities in California that are sanctuary cities that have these open arm policies? Now, logistically, if he could actually send some 90,000 illegal immigrants that were coming over the border just in the last month, if he had that solution, he'd probably have a solution to what to do with them in general. There's just no manpower, human power to actually move them. You've got troops at the border, National Guard, more troops coming, which is putting a strain on military families and the Pentagon. You've got a president who has effectively tried to punish his political opponents with this immigration. And there is a serious problem. The amount of immigrants that are flowing over the border or trying to has increased 500% since 2017, possibly because this is a one-note policy of just build a wall, and a lot of these people trying to flee the violence are panicking and trying to get across the border as soon as possible before that wall goes up.
Immigration is a hot topic there, isn't it, Courtney? Now, does the president have a lot of support among his officials and lawmakers in Washington, D.C.?
He's got a very small group of supporters, and it's getting smaller by the day. There was just recently the head of Homeland Security that oversees this whole issue with the agencies of ICE, the immigration, the acronym ICE, which is immigration. They deport illegal immigrants, and Secret Service. Those top leadership were all removed. And so by Trump, because basically the head of Homeland Security wouldn't just change the laws or do things that were unlawful. The ICE, immigration, and customs patrols, they were unwilling to possibly send these illegal immigrants to sanctuary cities. So they've all been purged. That's the word being used here among the media and lawmakers. Immigration policy has always been something very difficult here. And as the campaign heats up, presidential campaign, Trump's already campaigning, and so are all these numerous Democratic hopefuls. This is, just as you said, the hot button topic that will continue to be very polarizing. And Trump continues to be more isolated, basically with the top official Stephen Miller being the architect of this, and just several people that tend to just say yes to the president that still remain.